Okay, first item on the agenda is to approve the building condition assessment reports, contracts submitted by BRM. We've been looking at this for a while. They did break it out into two specific reports. This one's very specific to the facilities condition, doing that work and then giving us a report based on that work for a total of 24,000 hours. It was that to review this before.
But the copy you have, the print copy you have here is revised April, one of circulated.
Was March.
17.
Yeah. If you want, I can go make copies of that. So that's the only one I have too, is revised March 17th.
You get a copy of that early? Something we gotta keep copying of somewhere.
I got that from I got it from my bag. It's something.
That's where we're gonna start here. There, when you can top your head, any chance, can you summarize the difference between 17 and both works?
I don't have that off the top of my head. I just thought that we had the most word and I told them just send it out to the team.
Sure.
So that's the version I've been working off of for like a while, when I've been back and forth and here talking with her about getting these things done. So
There's much meaningful change. March and April.
it just depends on how it's based, but I don't know the March and version. Sure.
I'm well, all right.
No, this is the one I have to split out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about it, just don't know what to say.
If it's already split out, I mean, we split it out, but we didn't do much beyond splitting it out. I think the scope of work, but I know we had some commentary up in the first section about solidifying what is and is specifically is not in scope. But I don't think there was too much.
It was, yeah, it basically, if you just want to take the time to read through it, the scope is very specific to the condition report as opposed to splitting out the stuff that discussed the space needs. No sign of it. So.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody walk us through your thoughts here? Again, walk us through your thoughts with this one.
I think it says everything we needed to say. He did, cut out the pieces that talk to the, space assessment report. It's all limited to the scope of doing the facility report. None of the language really changed that much. The fee of 21,000 is for doing the work, the 3,000 is for the report, total 24,000. There may be some additional work for public meetings if we want to take any of the findings of this and go someplace with them where you might need to get some public input on moving forward with those things, but that's not on screen at this point in time. So, with that, the assumptions, limitations are all pretty much what we had in the original version of this, so to me, they did a good job of splitting the scope of this thing, focusing it on the facilities on condition report and or location. So the recommendation would be for the contract to be put in front of the Board of Trustees at next week's meeting. Get them to approve.
So I can reach out to, I think it's Paul who did this one.
Yeah.
You just get a clean version.
Yeah, I
So we
think there's a
remove
couple
Pete's
things.
name.
Couple things in that, the opening.
Yeah.
This year, Mr. Petruski should be.
Yeah, do you want to just be members of the Board of Trustees, just because, like I said, like I'm acting right now and
No, go ahead, you can put you one.
Okay.
Okay, and then,
obviously
the
get the date
on it should be,
revised. Yeah.
the date on it should be, the date of, the next iteration of it.
So I'll reach out to Paul and ask for a clean version.
On page 40, there's discussion of the structure built out in the center. It's a reference to all the parts that's what we cut.
No, that phase two would be anything that is, coming out of this for, and any of the work that would come out of actions we want to take on the basis of the facility.
Right, and we don't need to use them if we don't want, right? Is how that's kind of worded.
Yeah, currently ineligible.
Anybody need more time to read through this?
No, it's good.
All in favor, that the Board of Trustees approve this, say aye. I have a motion to approve the contract for submission to the Board of Trustees. We have a second on that.
Sure.
All in favor?
Ah,
Opposed?
yay, that's great.
You get an updated copy of this, we submitted that.
Absolutely. Yep.
I guess it'll be part of the packet.
Yeah, no, I'll, if anything, yeah, I'll CC Bill on it too, when I reach out to Paul.
So Beth, Natalie, can you give us your view if we do approve this at the June board meeting, what would be your view for implementation of this?
I would defer to you, like schedule wise. I'm assuming you would work closely with them to do that. So
Yeah.
What do you think?
So they kind of do their own thing and some of my, with my feedback and walking around and, knowledge of the building. But I mean, the sooner the better, definitely before the weather breaks and that's my opinion. And I'm sure they're busy, but
So I mean, what we can do once it's approved, like, again, we'll reach back out and,
Schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot, some elements of documentation they're gonna be looking for. Given all the other things that are on the agenda right now, is that going to be an issue for?
like, what do you mean, like prints and all that, what?
I don't know, they say they're gonna be requesting some documents here, so.
That's fine, I can,
yeah, I think between the two of us and you and Colleen too, I'm sure there's like some physical things that
Yeah.
we actually,
That's a
we'll get it done, we'll work together.
Okay, then, Natalie, you want to give a review of where we stand on the Skylight contract at this point? That's,
Yes, so because we are a school district library and whenever we do a thing of construction, we have to get education department to sign off on anything that we do with the building. So there was like two forms and I got all of that done. It had to be the school superintendent and the president of the school board. So I sent that off to them. They signed it. I sent it back to Steve, who we're working with for the Skylight. Unfortunately, Steve is, well, good for him. He's on vacation for 2 weeks. So it's kind of stalled right now. The good news is that on the Upper Hudson Library System, part of it for getting a construction grant, the portal is opening up soon-ish. And I think Upper Hudson usually gets about $1 million to play with the libraries. And last I talked to Chris Sagas, it seems like there's not a lot of libraries going for projects this year, so we might be able to get our full 50%. So that would be $200,000 because the project's about 400, I think the quote was. So we're waiting for the portal to open and then we can stay on the same schedule with Upper Hudson. So once I hear back from Steve, which again, since I'm reaching out to Paul, I'll just follow up with Steve too, to see if he's back from vacation and then we can just move forward with that. So,
right, in view of though the delays we've encountered in getting this contract finalized, it's unlikely that the work is going to be done this year. So we're
Spring.
going to need to talk with Steve as to what it is we need to be doing for the rest of this year to line up whatever we need to line up.
yeah, might have to winterize, whatever that means to get through the season. But yeah, their hope is to start spring.
So one of his action items is to come down here with some glass samples
Yes,
and explain to us the various functionality of the glass samples that we could use. So
because wasn't there like different glazes and stuff?
whatever, I'm not that, he's gonna have to explain what they
Yeah.
are, but that's. We will finalize the contract and come to an understanding of what the schedule would be. Given that to it. Let's wait to see what we're getting it on this year. Anybody have any questions or comments?
I think it was a pretty quick job too, but if I recall, wasn't it?
Yeah,
From once they start to finish, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it isn't that long.
Yeah.
Just hopefully they're not gonna find any surprises along the way. And it's just
Sure.
the issue of this one. It's
but I think in terms of service, at most, it was like, what, half a day? Like, I don't even know if we would have to, I'm assuming we would have to close.
I think they were trying to not have that happen. So
Okay.
we would just like block off a section underneath. Like if they're working in the back half, we block off the whole front half type of thing. I think we were trying not to disturb at all.
those details as we move forward.
You know, there's some other prep work, probably solar panels. We're gonna have to do some stuff on that. Getting them removed temporarily.
Natalie, there is, you submitted, you identified the request to authorize spending $10,000 on new shelves. Can you explain the members of the committee what that's going to involve?
So the history of this is when we were doing the main construction project in 2020. There was some miscommunication either from BRM or just because it was COVID about how big our collection was. So either we couldn't get all of the bookcases that we needed, or they underestimated how many we would actually need. So if you look out on the floor, there are some that are still the old school, like really tall metal ones. The goal has always been to get them all on the same bookcases. So that has been a project ongoing since 2021. So the quote that I passed on was, well, it was two. One was to completely replace the children's library bookcases. Those are the ones that are right up in front of the fish tank. So that is a quote for that, and that one is about the $60,000 one. And then the other one is for, how many bookcases is this one?
For the adult,
For the adults.
it's just per.
Sorry, when did you pass this one? Sorry.
It's from Kelly. Hang on. Oh, I might have just sent it to Bill.
Yeah, I don't think you sent it.
My apologies. I will do that right now.
Great.
Please. Sent. So the one is kind of like a blueprint of what bookcases we're talking about. And then the other one is the quote for the bookcases. So, and Jason, I don't know if you can speak to like, was it Pete's vision, like to replace all the children's at once? Or was it more of, we don't know if these bookcases are gonna be discontinued, so we want to buy them all at once, so we're not faced with like a bunch of different bookcases?
I think the idea was just to get it
Get it done?
done, yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, it's been going on since 2021. We've been slowly weeding. And you know, you're supposed to, you know, regularly weed anyway, but I think it was a little bit too slow and I think we just want it to be done. So if we, with the understanding that if we do make this purchase,
Mhm.
the team is gonna have to weed a lot pretty quickly, depending on when they get delivered.
And we do have a pretty decent process now between all of us.
Yeah.
So for example, like these are the ones going in adult.
Yeah.
So we'll take down the big tall shelves, and replace them with that. So they do a complete swap over the night before and the day of, after the done meeting. That, the adult section especially is necessity because currently I have a heat pump down and I cannot get to it because of the stationary shelves.
Right.
So-
And I forget, are they bolted into the ground?
Yeah.
There.
So we're replacing the tall shelves.
In adult,
In adult.
In adult.
so these are
One's
16,
smaller.
yeah,
Does that reduce the total space we have? No.
it does,
Yes.
it does.
So that's why it's been so slow. It's like we're slowly reducing the collection to fit the spacing.
Can the collection fit on these? Probably,
Yes.
because there's a ton of empty space.
We walk through the shelves up there, you'll see there's lots of space on.
Yeah. And like I said, after the meeting, we're more than happy to, you know, show you guys like
Yeah.
exactly where we're talking about. So yeah, project total is 80,789. Is that right? Jason?
For children.
Yeah, for children. So
And then the adult was just, we were gonna probably,
as, yeah,
correct, just piecemeal type of thing. We rose at a time. I mean, they're pretty old too. I don't know how old they are, but they were
the metal shelves.
original.
Oh, yeah, no, they're, I want to say at least 30 years old.
Tell me why you want less space to put the collection instead.
I don't think it's a less space so much as a mobility thing. So I would have to take down the entire shelf system anyway. So it's like, especially certain sections, you should definitely have just mobile shelving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
And then some of the shelving, just like for accessibility, like most of the shelving that is tall, we don't have anything on the top shelf. And we've actually heard from patrons, you know, mostly like our seniors, they don't want anything on the bottom shelf. So we have been trying to just keep it on those middle shelving. So it kind of would line up perfectly. So it may look like less space, but the shelving is the same because we're not using the entire capacity of the bookcases out there.
Can we not have, why don't we want to use all the capacity of those shelves? Why, if we have the space for it, right, so we could go to collection. Or
Mhm.
something along those lines, why don't we want to do that?
Like again, one is accessibility. It's too tall or it's too low. So we're trying to keep that space. I forget what percentage it is, but you should only have so much percentage of your collection in the library. So the idea is that, you know, if 30% of your collection is checked out, that's great. But if something horrible were to happen again, like a pandemic or something else, it's like if all that collection has to come back, we need to be able to store that space. So you do want some vacancies to be able to move stuff around. So you don't ever want to completely fill everything.
Sure, I'm on board with you here. I guess what I'm saying is I understand the accessibility point this way. I'm putting these shelves out. We are reducing the maximum capacity for our collection. That's true.
That's accurate.
Okay, why do we want to reduce the? What calculus has gone into making the decision to reduce the maximum capacity compared to growing the collection to fit that capacity?
I think because we can grow the collection in other ways, like digital services. So that is, you know, replacing it in that way, but also just hearing from the community, more community space, like they want more seating and stuff like that. So if you get everything on the mobile bookcases, you can kind of manipulate things and maybe create rooms or more seating spaces. So it was kind of like two birds, one stone.
How long has this program been in place, or moving forward?
I think it's since 2021, right? It's always, I mean, it's since the construction ended, like we've been trying to get everything on bookcases. I think it's just, it has taken such a long time. I think it was just like, can we just be done? So that's where I think Pete reached out to our vendor, asked Jason to reach out to our vendor and say, how much would it be just to replace all the bookcases in children's right now? I think also the push came from when we had the skylight leak too. And it was just, it would be great if all the bookcases were mobile. So in case something else happens, we can move everything.
Yeah.
I think that would be a big benefit to children's too, from what I gather, having, you know, flexibility in the room setup.
Yeah, so you can use the space like for programming too.
Correct.
Push everything.
Stop the topic right now. I'll see. What we need to get in adult collection also.
Right, now that wasn't,
As a
Pardon
grand
me.
total,
yeah,
all said and done, I didn't get a count on that.
yeah.
I'm sorry, say again, what?
Yeah, so we did a grand total for the children's mostly, I think, because like to move because of the skylight leak in there. We didn't do a full replacement quote for adults.
Is it more or less than we need for adult? Not the same.
Probably roughly the same.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that section over there.
We are getting one.
No, it was just a quote for the one.
Quote for,
Just so
so
we could-
we know going forward.
Yes.
And those are just doing piecemeal.
Yeah.
Continue to do
Mhm.
that. Okay.
So I
Yeah.
think you guys got something scheduled for next week to move.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it
Okay,
is tomorrow.
couple- Yeah.
Okay. It's also that like they're soldered together, aren't they? Like, so you have to like,
Oh, the prior.
They're all
shelves.
bolted.
yeah.
So the only thing we got new was the end boards during construction, but otherwise than that, they're bolted. I mean, there's a lot of broken stuff up there, unfortunately, you're finding, and they are anchored to the concrete, so.
We're getting that like
As long as the shelves go in roughly the same spot, you just have little holes in the carpet tile.
you're worried about that. Start things around.
Not really, we could just get new carpet tile and throw a square in, it's not the end of the world.
So the book here is for 622,622.98.
For children,
For children.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And we've got the one, you're not buying the one for adult. Or are you buying-
we have enough currently to do
Yeah.
the project I need to get to the heat pumps.
Yeah.
So that would be going forward if, you know, they at a time will be whatever, $8,000 or $10,000. If we don't do the whole thing at once. And there's no discount for 1 or 100. We asked.
So,
Well, I think the project total is 80,000 because the inside delivery, yeah.
Yeah.
So you would be approving 80,798 cents.
So do you need us to approve it to take to the board or?
Yeah, I think it would be a recommendation and then vote on it at the board so we can move forward with the project.
Right, do we want to take a walk out and look at this?
Sure.
See the tracks on the ground?
Yeah.
Sure.
Make the track recommendation. Everybody's, well, let's talk about the recommendation, and come back and go see them, sure.
sorry, the one more for you here.
Yeah.
We are, this quote, the 80,789.98 is to purchase one plus 42 of the smaller ones.
Okay, so she added it into the total, so we can ask Callie to separate it out.
I'm not opposed if you want to buy one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can always have an extra one,
Right.
we will use it.
If you have somewhere to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's valuable. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
We're gonna need it eventually anyway.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
It's gonna be more expensive.
Okay, that works for me.
You know what the special finish charge is? Like, right,
Specials.
I do. I would imagine it's whatever finish to match what we have.
Yeah, blue, is it the blue thing, like that? On the,
I don't think so, because we
Or
wouldn't
the
need all of
ceiling.
them. And the color.
yeah, like to match.
Mhm.
And that was one of the things too, because this happens with a lot of library furniture, like they'll just continue some things and then you're like, yeah. This is the closest thing we have to it now, and then you're like, it's slightly off, no one look at it. It's an accent.
you wanna move on this or you wanna take a walk?
I think take a walk and just make sure we're all. Okay, so we can take a vote. Moving, entering into this purchase order.
I had it on,
Addition of shelves for the. Okay. Understanding that at a future date. There will be a subsequent request coming in to do further work like this and the. You have a motion to approve the purchase order.
I guess I will.
Second,
Sure.
all in favor of approving the purchase order.
Stand for that. All safe.
Basis for the extension.
Having not sat with the decision, I guess there's certainly I appreciate the experts here about how we organize the space and what that collection is looking like. I think one of my fondest memories of libraries is big tall stacks.
Mhm.
And so removing the big tall stacks doesn't feel right to me. And I'm balancing that against more effects of picking. I mean, so sort of, I know you want more program space, more opportunity to move things around, just to make sense. I know you want more programming space. I'd be interested to see what that programming space might look like, what they could attend to with them. Right, before we would commit to, although this is the children's, so I will open eye on the children's library. When it comes to the adults side of the library, I'm gonna want to see some more thought around what we're gonna do rather than just replacing them.
Like I said, I know, our collection librarian, Emily, she's been wanting to play around with the space, like I said, talking about like rooms and stuff. I'm more than happy to ask her to, draw up some plans or some ideas she had and either share it at the board meeting or the facilities committee.
I think that-
Oh, actually, no, Elizabeth, remember Elizabeth was
Was
doing
Elizabeth?
no, Elizabeth was doing the Legos.
Oh, yeah.
She did like a scale of Legos
It's cool.
So.
and built the children's.
Do the last.
Oh, yeah, like the bird would lay,
Yeah.
you to build Lego scale.
Yeah, no, your visual person,
The children's side as well, right? Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Still, like, I'm less opposed in that space for the sake of like. Stacks.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I think moving that out, like flexing that space, that's a part of it, makes sense. Oh, it's a smaller piece of the library. For the adult side of the house, I want to see what we can do with it.
You got it?
Yeah, I think for the adult side, I think the smart thing would be to do outside in. Because that's where your seating and extra stuff is gonna be on the outside.
Mhm.
So the inside, maybe you don't gain a ton unless you need to access the ceiling for a heat pump randomly. But maybe you work on the outside and kind of maybe leave the inside. Tall stacks like you're looking for, but the outside, at least you're mobile and you can open up the space if you need to.
Sure. No problem.
Yeah.
So for that, take a look at all I.
What's that?
I vote in favor of, okay, I support the children's side.
Well, thank you.
We have any further business to attend to from just?
I don't think so. Did we hear anything back about the water? I know
The meter?
that's coming, yeah, the water meter.
They are coming, I got the meter, I picked
Okay.
up the meter.
Yeah.
So that's gotta be changed out.
Oh, this was the thing where the town is making it, yeah.
Yeah, we have a contractor coming Saturday, so my guy's gonna meet him and show him what has to be done. He's gonna give us a price. Meter's already bought and paid for. We just have a choice.
But same thing, we
3,000,
What's that?
3,000.
Right around there. I believe so.
experienced.
I was talking to some other business owners.
And we do have to turn the water off, obviously, so
Mhm.
we'll get hopefully a heads up. At least a day, so we might have to like close the library for a little bit.
Maybe,
If hopefully they can get it done without, like on a Sunday or something.
yeah, or early morning like they did across the street.
Okay. But that is coming soon.
Yeah, our gas meter needs to be replaced, come to find out. Just got a notification on that. I'm not sure it's gonna cost us anything.
Okay.
I'll go into detail on that.
Hate to jinx this or anything else.
I'm sure there'll be something.
Since I end the meeting right now.
I would say, for wireless signal in the Elmsmont room. The last time we did a wireless signal, right, the last time we did something that. Our podcast capacity there. I know we talked about that a little bit with BRMs, so BRM board. I'd be interested to know if what we have as far as dead spots, right, like what our IT infrastructure looks like, as we, which one is.
Oh, and speaking of that, we did get our cameras installed. It was actually
Oh,
during
cool.
our staff
Oh,
development. It was during our staff development day, which worked out. I don't know
Oh,
if they
yeah.
had planned that, but yeah, it was interesting because it looked like construction again. There were just wires everywhere, but yeah, so we got our cameras.
Yep.
Cool.
Covers the whole library now.
I think pretty much, it's
I think
way
there are a
better.
few that are still outstanding because again, like just to kind of spread it over a couple of fiscal years, we wanted to do a couple of things just to afford it, but I think mostly we're good. Is Helderberg still?
Helderberg's up.
It is up, okay.
Yeah, well, the last time I looked, yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else that's out?
Programming was there.
Children's program?
Yeah.
Because that was like, we had nothing in the children's area at all, because that is the new addition to the building. Okay.
The only other one I'd like to see, maybe for next year, we could do a better camera for outside coming in, for the cars.
But yeah, I think most of it we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stored also,
What's that?
is that footage stored on the site?
Yes,
Mm,
what
that
do
I
we
don't know.
keep?
How often do you, yeah.
I don't know, because it might have changed because of all the extra cameras.
Okay, so I'll ask Sean. But yeah, I think it used to be, we had access for a month. And I think it's their, whatever company, I think it's their server.
The one that just installed,
Yeah, I think.
the
it's their-
iOS.
Yeah, EOS, yeah. But I know we have access up to a month, but I'll ask Sean.
Sure.
Where we keep that, yeah.
Think so.
Okay.
We're good.
Business meetings adjourned. See.
6:20.